Angelo Christmas and me documenting my journey to $20,000 per month as a high ticket closer. So in today's video, it's going to be a quick recap in terms of where I'm at in terms of my next step, which I mentioned in the previous video, is me finding a new offer. I'm still, I've still decided to no longer close on the fitness offer, and I've been looking for a new offer now that's helping people make money online, which is what I want to sell, because I want to step away from fitness sales, because the make money online offers are more aligned with what I want to do long term. So I'm finally stepping out of my comfort zone. I've been applying to quite a few different positions, speaking to quite a few different people on roles that I want to potentially be on. So got a lot of good opportunities in the pipeline, and I'm looking to land an offer hopefully by this week, I should say. I should be on a new offer, and really excited for the new step I've taken, because it's one that I've been wanting to take for quite some time now, but I was just stuck in my comfort zone because I'm used to fitness sales, and that's what I've always known, getting into sales. But it's not what I wanted to do. And that's exactly what I wanted to speak about more in today's video, because as people, we always wait for the perfect conditions before we look to do something, or before we want to start, or before we want to begin what you said you wanted to begin, or start that business, or invest in that program. You always wait for the perfect time to do it. But the truth is, the perfect time and the perfect condition is to just do it. You don't have time to wait. What the fuck are you waiting for? And I realized this when I decided to further invest into myself recently. So even though last month I barely made, like I didn't really make much money, because I never really take a lot of calls, because I was pretty much paused from the calendar for most of the month. And even though that was the case, I still decided to make another investment in myself. And I invested it. The total amount was $4,000 that I invested into one-on-ones with my with my mentor. But I broke that up into two payments, so it wasn't all at once. However, the point I'm making is that when I decided to do that, I wasn't in the best spot financially. I didn't, I would argue that most people in my position wouldn't have made that decision when I did it. They would have only made it when things were more certain, when they had more money in their bank account, when they didn't need to go into debt to make that kind of decision. However, I'm not that type of person. And even though me making that decision now is, yes, it's putting me in negatives in the bank account, it's putting me in debt right now, right? And not a small amount of debt, to be honest with you, right? But I know that I have this unshakable belief in myself that I will be successful. I will hit my goal of making $20,000 a month. I will then go on to make $100,000 a month. I will then go on to make $1 million a month. And there's no doubt in my soul that that won't become my reality. So if I truly believe that in my heart and in my soul, why the fuck would I be bitching and complaining about spending $4,000 into something that's going to help me get to that goal quicker? That's going to help me become better as a person. Why? What sense does it make? Now, it's easy to view things from the other side of other side of the spectrum, where you make decisions based on your current situation. And if I was how I used to be before I got into sales, and before I started wanting to become the best version I can be in my life, I would have never made that decision, let alone other decisions that helped me get where I am today, that were uncomfortable to make in the moment, but paid off many ways in the future. And that's exactly what this is going to do for me. So right now, yes, there is some nerves. I'm not going to lie. Like, there is some nerves like that I'm facing right now. Why? Firstly, I don't even have, like, I'm not actually on an offer right now, because I made the decision to stop selling for the offer I'm on. I don't know when I'm going to land my next offer, right? So At this moment in time, there's no more money coming in. Yet I still was brave enough to take that step and invest into myself, invest into my future, to put myself in the best possible position to become the man I know I'm working towards being. And if I was just stuck in the current situation now where I'm not yet where I want to be, I'm not yet able to do the things I want to do, I'm in debt because I invested in myself before. If I only made decisions looking at that perspective, I would have never had the bravery, the courage to actually bet on myself again and put myself in this kind of position I'm in now and invest further into my skill set. Even when some would argue that, even when me doing this now in the short term is setting me back financially and in terms of like my comfort level around bills, expenses, all that sort of stuff. However, the growth that I've had from making that investment so far, just from a few calls, like this for the record has not been sales training specifically. These one-on-ones that I'm doing are more like internal work, like focusing on removing all my negative emotions, removing all my limiting beliefs, and basically making my mindset and my state of mind as strong as it can be. And the progress I've seen and felt in my state of mind from just a few calls so far have been priceless, in my opinion. And based on that level of progress I've seen in such a short time, it was, I feel like if I were to do that on my own, it would have taken me 5 or 10 years to get to the state of mind I'm at now. Because those one on ones I did and what I did with my mentor, he helped me let go of things that I've been holding on to subconsciously and subconsciously for a very long time, since I was like a child. Negative emotions, limiting beliefs such as guilt, shame, fear, feeling like I'm not good enough, things like this. And those things are now like completely deleted from my mind. So, what I'm trying to say to anyone watching this is that whenever you're faced with a decision and whenever you want to become the best you can be or improve at said task or said thing, always keep the bigger picture in mind. Always make decisions based on your big goals, based on the person you're working towards becoming, based on your purpose in your life. And ask yourself, what decision would that version of you make right here, right now? And most of the time, it's going to be the brave decision. It's not going to be the decision that is going to keep you safe right now. It's going to keep you in your comfort zone. It's not going to be the decision that 90% of the world would make. But the truth of the matter is, if you keep making decisions based on 90% of the world, how do you expect to break into the top percent, the top 10% of people in the world that have financial freedom, have location, have time freedom? It's impossible. So, again, back to my initial point, people wait for the perfect condition to start something or do something. But you need to realize that the perfect condition is to just start, is to just do it, is to just invest in that program, is to just get your ass in the gym and start working out, is to just start eating healthy, is to just start your business, is to start posting online, is to start going and getting a girl's number if you're single. All right. Stop waiting until everything's perfect and it's all sunshine and rainbows, because you're gonna keep waiting. You're going to be on your deathbed and still waiting. So that's my advice for today in this video. And I hope that resonates with someone. And the last thing I want to end off with is that whenever you make steps like this, don't expect instant results. There's been times in my life where I've spent so much time, so much effort, so much money on trying to get where I am today, and so absolutely no progress in terms of financial gains. Nothing for years, with all honesty. This was before getting into sales. But I never gave up. I always stayed pushing. I always looked for ways to improve. And I understood that even though I'm not where I'm financially, I'm still growing as a person. And during that time that I never see financial growth, I was seeing internal growth. I was building mental strength. I was building my muscle needed to face hard times, endure failure, and still bounce back, to be able to withstand anything. And that's exactly what I'm going through now, is that if I didn't go through those challenges now, those challenges in the past, I wouldn't be where I am today right now. And I know that I'm exactly where I am right now. And I'm happy with that. And I'm grateful for everything I've faced so far in my life. And you should be too, watching this. An important thing I learned recently as well is to always be self forgiving. You might be watching this right now and you might have let yourself down over the past year, over the past 5 years, over the past 10 years, maybe even your whole life. But that's in the past. There's no point holding on to that and thinking you're a failure or you let yourself down, because that's not going to help you. That's not going to serve you, right? You need to forgive yourself. You need to move on, learn from those mistakes, and understand how are you going to do things differently moving forward and commit to doing that, because you can change your life right here today after watching this video. All you need to do is blink and cure your brain. There's a different version of you right now in this world that has everything you desire, has the money you want, lives in the country you want, has the cars you want, has the influence you want, because that version did everything you knew you shouldn't be doing, did everything you knew you should be doing. And that's okay if you're not that version now. I'm not too yet, and that's okay. But you need to realize how the best way to become that version is to start acting in alignment with that version of yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did. And I hope it speaks to someone. I hope it motivates someone to step up, take action, put the pedal to the metal, and do what's required to actually change your fucking life. Because no one's coming to save you. It's only up to you to put in the work. And I'm going to end off with another powerful, powerful quote I got from my mentor, which is, everybody has the exact same internal resources to get the outcomes they want. Remind yourself of that whenever you're enduring any challenge, any setback, any failure, any new venture. Don't ever think that you can't do it, because you can. And you need to start believing in yourself and know that you have what it takes to become successful and to live the life you want. You just have to put in the work. You just have to believe in yourself, stay consistent, and show up every single day for yourself. And if you do that, on the other side of that is a life that only 5%, 1% of the world get to live. And it's an amazing life. And it's truly worth all the hard work that you'll face, all the setbacks, all the all the challenges you'll face along the way. As long as you don't give up, you can't fail. So don't fucking give up. I'm rooting for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. As always, if you want to follow my social media and follow my journey a bit closer, the links will be down below. And aside from that, have an amazing day and stay safe.